Your body burns fat because it needs energy. Create more energy needs throughout the day and you're going to speed up your fat burning. Hi, I'm Dr. Becky from drbeckyfitness.com. I'm a college instructor of the science of nutrition, and in this video I'm going to share with you what causes your body to burn fat, and then we're going to come up with some creative ways to boost your fat burning without totally disrupting your day. Now, fat on your body, it is packed full with energy, but that energy is not easy for your body to get to. So when your body needs energy, the first thing it's going to turn to is its easy source, which is sugar. Now, sugar exists in your body in a couple of different forms. It's floating around in your blood as blood glucose, and it's also stored in your liver and your muscles as glycogen. You want to get to a point where these are kind of tapped out so that you can tap into the energy stored in your fat cells. When you get to this state, hormones start to come into play. Now, there's a lot of hormones that are involved in the fat metabolism process, but the two we're going to talk about here are insulin and glucagon. Now, insulin is a hormone that's going to block your body's ability to burn fat. So we want that to stay low. Now, insulin is going to be present in your blood anytime that there's glucose in your blood. So we want to keep glucose low to keep insulin low so we're not blocking our fat burning. Now, how do you do that? Well, think about this. Let's say that you just got home from work, you haven't eaten since lunchtime, and instead of going right into dinner, you decide to go out for a brisk walk. Now, at this point in your day, your glucose is going to be low, which means that your insulin is low, which means that you are primed for fat burning. At this point, we're going to see a hormone shift. Glucagon is a fat-burning hormone. That's going to come into your blood, and it's going to tell an enzyme called lipase to go into your fat cell, pull out a triglyceride, break that thing apart, and that's going to release the fatty acids from that stored fat. Now, this is where, in this fatty acid, this is where the energy that your body is after is found. But it's still locked in that fatty acid. So that fatty acid has to go into a cell which will break it down, metabolize it. Okay? This is fat metabolism. Now, I'm not going to go into the biochemistry of how fat metabolism works. If you want to see more on that, I have it posted over at drbeckyfitness.com. But just so we know that this is how fatty acids, fats, get broken down and burned for energy. So, how do we take what we just learned and use it to speed up fat burning? Well, there's a couple of different ways. First one, doing a daily fast is going to help. Now, you do a daily fast every day. It's called sleeping. We don't think of using energy as we sleep, but we do. We're not exercising, but we are using energy just to keep ourselves alive. It takes energy to do things like keep breathing, keep circulating blood, keep your body temperature at a constant state. As you sleep over the hours, your glucose is going down, your insulin is going down, and your body is getting in a place where it can burn fat. Now, extend that normal daily fast that you do a little bit before bedtime and a little bit after bedtime, and you've just created a state where you're speeding up your fat loss. This type of time-restricted eating, even if it's just 12 hours, has been shown to speed up fat loss in the research. And in fact, an interesting thing about the research that's out there is that this type of time restriction on eating will speed up fat loss even when calories are not restricted and eating on the weekends is a little bit looser. So let's think about how this happens. Over at my website, I talk about 4 daily habits that speed fat loss. One of those habits is 3 hours before bed, stop eating. So 3 hours before bed, sleep for 8 hours, wait 1 hour until you eat breakfast, and you've just created a 12-hour restriction in your calorie intake that's going to speed up your fat loss. and you've done it without totally disrupting your day. All right, let's look at another way that you can speed up weight loss without causing yourself too much disruption. Eat more fat-burning foods. So we want to choose foods that are not going to spike this blood glucose. Those are going to be foods that break down slowly. Those foods would be foods with fiber in them, foods with protein in them, and foods with healthy fats in them. So in your daily diet, you want to make sure that you're getting these types of foods. What do they look like? Well, they're vegetables, they are beans, your lean meats and fish, and healthy fats such as nuts, seeds, and avocados. Okay? These types of foods are going to slowly lower the amount of sugar in your blood and then allow it to slowly go down, and you'll be right back into that fat burning mode again. Lastly, the last thing you want to do is exercise. Exercise, of course, uses your muscles. That's going to use up the stored glycogen that will need to be replaced. So where does your body get that from? It takes it out of your blood sugar. So exercise is going to get you to a state where your blood glucose is low, insulin is low, and you're in a fat burning state. Now, what's the best type of exercise for you to do? The best type of exercise for you to do to speed up your fat burning is the one that you will do. In other words, any type of exercise is going to be helpful. Now, if you're somebody who cannot do high intensity type of exercise, do something low impact, like walking. That will work for you. You'll just need to do it for a longer period of time to get to this state that you want. If you can do intensity, then a few more options open up to you. You can do high intensity interval training. That's that HIIT that you sometimes see. What that looks like is just adding short bursts of high intensity to your normal aerobic routine. So if you walk for a few minutes and then jog for a minute. Walk for a few minutes and then jog for a minute. You can also do high intensity exercises in a very short period. This is what Tabata exercises are all about. You are working really hard at highest intensity possible for as short as 4 minutes, and then you're done. But because you worked so hard, you've taken out all the glycogen that needs to be restored. That's going to take a long period of time. So the fat burning benefit of a short intensity exercise lasts for many hours after you're done. I hope that gives you some great ideas on how to speed up your fat loss. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, or better yet, head on over to drbeckyfitness.com, where I share 4 daily habits that give your body no choice but to burn fat. Thanks for watching.